Well, friends, I'm back in California in Silicon Valley at the headquarters of Pebble. This is actually their new headquarters. You may recall from the last couple of videos I've done on the Pebble Flow, it was at a different facility. They've got a much bigger facility now. This is where they're actually going to assemble these things. This is happening. They're well underway to getting these into production. They've got 60 people on staff now, and the company's growing and growing. They've made a lot of refinements to the Pebble Flow, partially from spending time camping in it, partially from your feedback from these videos. So it's been really interesting for me to just see the process of an entire new manufacturer of RVs, an entire new style of RVs in development, and following where that goes. But today I'm back out here for a very special reason. I'm actually going to get to drive this for the first time. So the last few times I got to see a lot of the inside and the outside and some of the things that it can do. And I did that again. I got to drive it around with the iPad. I got to use the Magic Hitch feature again and hook it up to a Porsche Cayenne. But then I got to get into the driver's seat and drive it around town and see how the addition of a powered axle makes all the difference in the world for towing a trailer with a smaller vehicle.
Before we jump in, this episode sponsored by our friends over at rvmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding. If you want to get a new mattress for your RV, really consider it. Get a good night's sleep in your RV. It's why you bought an RV in the first place. rvmattress.com offers mattresses that are made in their factory in Arizona, shipped to you wherever you are. They're toxin-free, 120-night sleep trial. We have them in both of our RVs and in our home because they're a real mattress manufacturer. Brooklyn Bedding makes all kinds of mattresses, not just RV mattresses. They're real mattresses for your RV instead of an RV specific mattress, but you can get real mattresses in all the weird different sizes that RV manufacturers make those platforms for, the different thicknesses, the different widths, the different bunk sizes, all of it. And through us, you get 30% off. It's the best deal they offer. You go to rvmattress.com/RVmiles and use the code RVmiles at checkout, and you're going to get 30% off and get that mattress shipped to you wherever you are in the country, including a campground. And you just open it up and let it expand, and you're off to the races. rvmattress.com/RVmiles with code RVmiles at checkout for 30% off.
Oh, where does the key go in? Oh, it's looking over here. Yes. Oh, it's just, you gotta push.
You go. Yeah, you got it. And then your lights are on. Let me do a quick light check for you.
Okay. Sorry, you probably needed me to actually run the lights, huh?
Left, right blinker.
Yeah.
Brake, please.
Alrighty.
And what you have here is torque control. So you have our easy tow if you want it on, if you want it off. And this is the other thing we want to show you, recharge, what this actually means.
Okay.
And then here, if you don't have a brake controller in your vehicle, then you can control the braking from here. We have a onboard brake controller if you don't have one.
We set out on the road on a loop around the industrial neighborhood, which included some straightaways that allowed me to pick up some speed. We started out with no assist from the trailer at all to see what the trailer would tow like in its natural state behind the Porsche. What's the trailer weigh?
6'2" to 6'8".
6'8".
6'2" to 6'8".
So I've got no assistance. I can definitely feel it back there. The trailer's definitely moving us around a bit. It's porpoising us a bit.
Especially when you accelerate, you feel that it's struggling.
Yes.
It has to work.
Yeah, it really has to ramp up to... Yeah, it definitely, it doesn't love it.
So let's try now.
We then turned on the torque assist, which adds power to the axle of the trailer, driving it itself. But it also controls the movement of the trailer, improving sway.
And now, when you are going to brake, you actually have regenerative braking, so the motors are braking. Most often,
dynamics of it are similar, but I don't feel like it's pushing or pulling me. I guess more balanced overall. The engine has the ability to do what it wants to do. And here's where I was able to open it up a little bit, yeah. Stopping felt good. I had stopped too hard there, and it felt good.
Yeah, it's much closer to the dynamics of your own vehicle.
Yeah.
We have this ability to ramp up the torque very precisely, very smooth.
Yeah, without it, when I first accelerated, the engine didn't do much and had to really ramp up the RPMs, and we were still moving slow. Not feeling like I have to adjust my normal driving. Finally, we turned on a third feature, recharge. This adds friction to the axles, using the strength of your motor to drag the axles a bit and recharge the battery. Okay, so there's some friction happening.
Exactly right.
And my gas mileage would go down in this vehicle, but I'm charging.
You feel it now.
Yeah, the engine needs to, but it's not bad. If there's a little bit more of a drag, but it's not.
It's a choice.
Yeah, I mean, if I was towing with an electric vehicle a decent ways, I'm probably going to a campground with hookups so I can recharge everything. But if I'm towing with like my diesel truck in this entrance here. Great. All right, so that was really interesting and eye-opening. If you've been following our travels at all, you know over the course of about 7 months, we traveled from Baja to Alaska in a 25-foot travel trailer. But what you might not know is in order to get that trailer, we were in Palm Springs. We were full-time at that time, and we were in Palm Springs, California. We stowed our big 43-foot fifth wheel there, and I flew to Indiana to get that trailer and drive it back to California. In order to do that, I had to rent a tow vehicle. And that's really hard to do because most companies that rent vehicles don't rent them with a hitch. So what I did was not entirely kosher, but I went to Enterprise where you can pick any car in the aisle, and they had one vehicle with a hitch. They had Ram trucks, none of them had hitches. They had SUVs, none of them had hitches. They had a Honda Ridgeline, and I towed that 4,500 pound travel trailer all the way back. It had a 5,000 pound towing capacity from Indiana to Palm Springs, California. And it was a hairy drive, let me tell you. It was too big for that tow vehicle. This trailer is 6,500 pounds or so. And we were in a similar situation here. We're towing it with a vehicle that maybe I wouldn't be so comfortable towing it in. Legal, but not comfortable, right? When they kicked in the active assist from the trailer, it made all the difference in the world. I felt like the engine had the control and power to do what it wanted to do. The axles of this trailer are powered, and they're giving it the additional power that it needs. And then if you have a bigger truck that you're towing it with, you can reuse the regeneration feature and just have it charge its own batteries that way and not worry about it. There's a lot to like about this technology that's going to allow for a lot of little different changes to how people camp. Being able to arrive with a very large battery bank that has been fully charged on the route through the solar on the roof, through the regeneration. It's going to be really great for somebody who wants to go out and boondock for several days in an all-electric coach, running your heat, running your air conditioning, running your refrigerator, and all that sort of stuff. But it's also going to be great for people that have an electric tow vehicle for an entirely different reason. Say you're towing this with a F-150 Lightning. One of the issues with towing with an electric vehicle is that you lose like half of the range when you hook up a trailer to an electric vehicle. And that's going to happen still when you're towing with a Ford Lightning or a Cybertruck or whatever it might be. But you've got the battery capacity in the trailer and the assisted axle that's going to help extend that range. So in that case, you're an all-electric rig, your tow vehicle and your trailer, and you arrive at the campground, you hook your trailer up to the electric post at the campground, and you can charge your truck off of it as well. We can talk about, the capacity of campgrounds to be able to do that in the future. I think a lot of that's been misunderstood, but campgrounds can really be a part of the charging infrastructure of the nation for electric vehicles. But anyway, the point is that the purpose of a vehicle like this, where you've got the big battery bank inside of it, you've got a powered axle, and you've got everything running electric, and you've got a decent amount of solar on the roof, is not just to give you more battery power, it's to give you more options. You could use this in as many different ways as you would a normal travel trailer. You've just got a bit more flexibility to do some other things with it, like boondock for a very long time, or tow it with a smaller vehicle, or tow it with an electric vehicle. And those are things that are harder to do with a standard trailer. Plus, it's just beautiful inside. What I really love is a manufacturer taking the time to manufacture one floor plan, one coach. This is the Class B camper van, the high-end Class B camper van version of a travel trailer. This is everything laid out where you need it. There's no slides. This is a transformational bed, which is my favorite feature in the whole thing. A bed transforming into an office space. Your bed is kind of a waste of space during the day. They're working to tweak all the little things in this coach to make sure that this is the right vehicle to sell. I'm sure they'll have other sizes, other floor plans in the future, but they're working on one. And I think that's really key and really important, because they're doing a lot different in this coach. Not all of it's going to be perfect. Not all of it's going to be exactly what you're looking for. Everything about RV design is compromised. And that's the same across the board, including if you're a new manufacturer. But they've learned a lot. You told them that these cabinet doors were really bad the first time I came out here. They opened down, they open up now, and they got rid of the skinny ones towards the back and just put shelves up there. They made a lot more room in this area. They made this table not electric anymore. It slides in and out and moves up and down with just the press of a handle. This table would be great in any dinette. The fridge is not unique. It's a standard fridge, but it fits in flush and looks good in the environment. They've made this look like a classy, futuristic, I'll admit, place to be comfortable in. This is not the type of comfort that everyone likes. It's definitely the sort of modern, sleek comfort that I like, and I think a lot of people do. So that's the Pebble Flow. If you want to learn more about Pebble, check out their website. I'll put a link to it in the description. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. I'd love to know your thoughts on the future of RV design. Is this the kind of thing that we need to see more of from not just some new boutique manufacturers, some startups, but across the RV industry? Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Hit the like button if you got something out of this video. Subscribe if you want more like it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.